Tarkeeb is like grammatical deconstruction of sentences. It's like last time, remember we made a color code of how we're going to label nasab, jar, and rafa of chapters 1 and 2 of Qasas an-Nabiyeen. Today we continue onwards with lesson number 2. I want you guys to do your best to try to figure out what the harakat and why the harakat are what they are in our respective lesson. In this case, lesson number 2. Just to give you a recap of the beginning of lesson 2, last time, our first sentence was a little bit odd because we learned about a slightly confusing mechanism to create a khabar. Remember, a khabar in the Arabic language, what is a khabar in the Arabic language?
It's predicate.
It's the predicate. So what we learned about the khabar last time was that the khabar in an Arabic sentence can be either a phrase but it can also be a complete sentence on its own. So if you recall, in the light of examples, we did something like this. We did where's the lexicon? We did this example where we said Zaydun was happening today. This is not the lexicon. There we go. What is happening? We changed it up. Oh, it's because I had caps on. Zaydun waladun tawil. When we look at a sentence like this, we notice that there's a subject, and the subject in this case is what? Zaydun. What's our predicate here? Not Zaydun tawil. Waladun tawil. Now, waladun tawil is what type of construction? Is that a sentence or is that a phrase?
That's a phrase.
It's a phrase. I mean, remember what type of phrase that is? Not a jumla. Jumla means sentence. It's a mawsuf and sifa. Is an adjective and the word being described. Waladun is being described. Tawilun is the adjective. Zayd is a tall boy. Okay? So tall boy, a tall boy is our predicate here. And it is not a complete sentence. We all understand that fact? It's not a complete sentence. But we also looked at examples of sentences like Zaydun ummuhu maridatun.
When there's like wudufa ilahi, right?
This is not, I'm sorry, say that again?
Wudufa ilahi?
Mudaf ilayh?
Yeah.
Where's the mudaf ilayh? Zaydun ummuhu maridatun. What does that mean first off?
The mother of Zayd is sick.
It doesn't say the mother of Zayd. The mother of Zayd would be, how would we say the mother of Zayd? Ummu Zaydin, right? Mudaf comes first. But here I didn't say Ummu Zaydin. I didn't say the mother of Zayd. I said Zayd, Ummuhu, his mom, is sick.
When you say Zayd,
that's how we translate it. Okay, but I want you to translate it literally for now. Zayd, his mom is sick. Is sick. Ummuhu means his mom. Now, if we look at the predicate here, what is the predicate here? Ummuhu maridatun, right? Ummuhu maridatun. Think about that phrase real quick. Is that a phrase or a sentence? It's a sentence because what's the subject of this sentence? Ummuhu. What's the predicate? Maridatun. So we can have a jumla in which the khabar is a whole sentence. Do you understand that, Safi? The khabar is what? A whole sentence. You see it? You can recognize it here?
Ummuhu and then Zayd and Maridatun is the predicate.
What?
Ummuhu is the subject.
Okay.
And then Zayd. Zayd's mother is the predicate.
No.
Maridatun is the predicate.
The maridatun is the predicate. There's no object here. Objects happen when there's verbs.
So
Ummuhu, subject.
Subject.
Maridatun,
Predicate.
what does subject and predicate together make? When we have a subject and predicate together, what do we call that? A jumla ismiya. It's a sentence. This is a whole sentence
So what
on
is Zayd? It's this.
what is Zayd.
Is Ummuhu mudaf ilayhi?
Ummuhu is mudaf and mudaf ilayh, his mother. Now, this subject and predicate, I put them in these colons in order to inform you that is a whole sentence. Okay? Now, after it's become a sentence, it's then going to be treated like the khabar to the predicate, the subject Zayd. So we have another subject with it, which is Zayd, and its predicate is a jumla ismiya. I made Zayd separate because Zayd is the subject to a bigger sentence. I've already added on because look, the predicate is a whole sentence itself. Not the mother of, his mother is sick. This sentence is now the khabar to our sentence, which is bigger, right? Because now we are looking at a larger sentence, which in and of itself is its own sentence. Zayd is the subject. Ummuhu maridatun. This sentence is the predicate of the first sentence. Do you follow? Let's try another one. Imagine if I said Zayd Mata Matat, let's say Qitatu. Zaydun Matat Qittatuhu. You guys understand what this means? His cat died. So what's our subject here? Zayd. What's our predicate? Matat qittatuhu. Matat qittatuhu. Now, matat qittatuhu, is that a phrase or a sentence? It's a sentence. What type of sentence is it? It's a jumla fi'liya. How do you know? Because mat is a verb. Very good. So we have a verb here. We have a doer, and then what's this verb itself? I said, what's the verb itself? Matat is an action, right? Died. So here we have a subject, we have a predicate. The predicate here is a jumla fi'liya. In the previous example, the predicate was a jumla ismiya. You following, Sophie?
Yeah.
All right, so let's try one last one before we end. Can you guys read that for me? Lahu qalamun. Zaydun lahu qalamun. What does that mean?
Zaydun has a pen.
Okay, that's correct in translation, but try translating it literally. For him or belonging to him is a pen. What's going on here? What's our subject? What's our predicate? What type of construction is lahu qalamun? Is this a jumla? Lahu qalamun? What does it start with? What is this? It starts with a harf jar. Do sentences start with harf jars? No. Is it a phrase? What do you think?
I feel like I remember you saying last week that you don't start something.
We don't start sentences with the harf jar. But it's possible that sentence is in the wrong order.
Definitely bad.
Very good. So our sentence here in reality is what? No, like what's the real order of this sentence? Yeah, so in Arabic, Zaydun qalamun lahu. What does qalamun lahu mean? A pen belongs to him. Is that a sentence? It is a sentence. Why is it that the sentence has messed up order? Because what? The mubtada is indefinite. What's the mubtada? Qalamun. The mubtada, remember, what is a mubtada? Our
Subject.
subjects. Are subjects verbs or nouns? They're nouns. The noun of the subject must be definite, and if it's not definite, we're going to throw it at the end of the sentence and bring the khabar first.
The indefinite ones, it starts with noon, right? The indefinite, like.
It ends in noon. Yeah, qalamun. Right, it ends with
Definitely.
I'm sorry, Safi?
No, I know. That makes it.
Good. So let's revise this concept before we move on. Okay?
So any part of it is
Guys, look at the last sentence that I've written. في بيته أسد. في بيته أسد. What does that mean?
In his house, a lion.
In his house is a lion. Is that a sentence?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look like a sentence to me. Because sentences are either jumla ismiya. It should be asadun fi baytihi. Why are we not saying asadun? Asadun is indefinite, so we have to say fi baytihi asadun instead of.
Write the same sentence. So it'll be al.
Very good. So if I wanted to make asad definite, I would say al asadu fi baytihi, and that's correct. The lion is in his house, but I don't want to say the lion. I want to say a lion. I can't say asadun fi bayti. What do I say?
So you're trying to say that you can start off with just
Because it's indefinite. But I can start with the khabar and throw asad at the ending. Make sense? Safi?
this is a jumla.
It's a jumla fi'liya. Where's the fi'l?
No, this.
So it's a jumla ismiya. Right? Just like we have a mubtada, which is a noun right here.
Also,
This is also a mubtada, which is a noun, but it's just at the end.
is the first one?
Which one? No, where's the verb? You know what jumla fi'liya means, right? Is there fi'l in this sentence?
No, there's not.
There's no. So is this a jumla fi'liya? No, it's actually a jumla ismiya, just the ism got thrown at the end.
Okay.
Cool? We remember this concept now? I'm not gonna move on till I feel confident in you.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
You hit me with the number.
Alright, let's try one more. Yes.
No, like let's mubtada again.
Subject.
So mubtada that's mudaf.
No, mudaf is the owner.
Yeah, but is it when it comes to like sifa, right?
That's mawsuf.
Also,
Mawsuf and sifa. You gotta go over lesson 4 in the 10 lessons. You'll remember the terminology.
I'm still reading the chapter.
Good, go over it, so you don't forget your terminology.
Yeah.
It'll be easier if you read it, inshallah. Alright, so imagine, look, if I said, Ada, that's Ada, not Ali. There should be no dots, okay? Ada. Can someone try reading that for me? Yeah, so it's not Ras, it should be Ra. Okay, but Ras is also okay in Arabic. Both are correct technically. You know Hafs, if you know Warsh, you know that, right? Right? Ras and Ras are the same thing. In fact, you guys watched Batman before?
Yeah.
You ever heard of Ra's al Ghul? He's actually Ra's al
Is
Ghul.
that his voice, man?
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul.
What's cool?
Really?
Razal is Ra'sul
What's cool?
and Ghul.
Al-Ghul?
Al Ghul.
Wait, that's why
It's actually Ghul. It's actually Ra'sul Ghul.
What's cool?
Evil.
Wait, that's
Ras is... I don't know what Ras
I
means.
mean, no,
You know what Ra's means?
head, bro. Head of evil.
Head of evil?
Mhm.
Ras. So it...
I mean, know who wrote this guy. Who wrote this guy?
I don't know.
State
I just
That's crazy.
we have Ra's and Raz. Both are okay. So ala Ra'sihi. What's next?
Sha'ru.
Sha'run. What does that mean?
Allah is
On his head is
on his head is
On his head is hair. Okay.
Sha'run is
Sha'run is hair. So what is this sentence type?
still
Still Jumla.
It's Jumla Ismiya. Where's the mubtada?
at the end.
Sha'ar, very good. Why is it at the end?
Because it's a definite.
Very good. Now, if I wanted to make it definite, what could I say?
Al-Sha'ru.
Ash'aru ala ra'si. The hair is on his head. Okay, you understand? All right, one last thing that we'll do before we move on, which is imagine if I said to you,
It just needs getting the translation. What is wrong?
What?
Right?
Yusuf
Yusuf
in
is-
his
no, try reading the Arabic.
Yusuf fi kitabihi qalam.
What is that?
Yusuf in his book is a pen.
Yusuf in his book is a pen. It looks like Yusuf is in his book, right? But we know that's not right because guess what? We have to grammatically understand what's going on. First off, what type of sentence is this? What's the mubtada? Yusuf. What's the khabar? في كتابه قلم. في كتابه قلم is what type of construction? It's a jumla ismiya. How is it a jumla ismiya?
It doesn't have verbs.
But where's the ism that it starts with? Qalam is the mubtada of the second sentence. And why is qalam at the end? It's indefinite. So really this was qalamun fi kitabihi, but we can't say that. So we say fi kitabihi qalamun. So Yusufu fi kitabihi qalamun. Fi kitabihi qalamun itself, Safi, is what? Yeah, what is that whole thing? No, before being a predicate. It's its own sentence. What type? Ismiya. And then it becomes the khabar to Yusuf. Now you understand. Alhamdulillah. Alright, good. You following better, Arif?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. I'm glad. Now, we got the same idea going on our first line of chapter 2, which was وَكَانَ آزَرُ لَهُ وَلَدٌ رَشِيدٌ رَشِيدٌ جِدًّا. Okay. If we look at this sentence, it starts with kana. And anytime we see kana, recall that there are two things that are very important to do. The ism and khabar. Now, can you remind us what it is that the ism of kana even really is? No, like, can you explain to me what it is that the khabar of kana does? Like, when we have kana in a sentence, what we need to remember is that there is a subject and predicate in normal sentences that when kana precedes them, the subject is now known as the ism of kana. The predicate is now known as the khabar of kana. That's important. So whenever you have kana in a sentence, just like in normal sentences that are jumla ismiya, we have an ism, mubtada and a khabar. The mubtada and the khabar will now take on new names if kana comes before them. The mubtada is aka the ism of kana. The khabar is now the khabar of kana. So don't think of that very different. Like, don't think too hard about this. If I said, for example, kana Allahu rahiman.
So kana is mubtada.
Kana is not the mubtada. Kana is actually a type of verb that comes before a subject and a predicate. The Allah is like, if you get rid of kana, how would we read this sentence?
Allah is merciful.
In Arabic, how do we say it?
Allah Rahim.
Allahu Rahim. Mun, right? Allahu Rahimun. A normal sentence, Allahu Rahimun. What's the subject here?
Allah.
What's the predicate? Rahimun. Okay. Now the subject, which is Allahu, whenever kana comes before it, the subject is no longer known as the mubtada. What is it known as? The ism of kana. And the khabar is no longer known as the khabar. Now the khabar is known as the khabar of kana. The mubtada is no longer known as the mubtada when kana comes into the picture. The mubtada is now known as the ism of kana.
So Allah is
Yes. And the khabar is no longer known as the khabar, it's known as the khabar of kana. Now, going back to our sentence here, when we say kana azaru lahu waladun rashidun jiddan, guys, get rid of kana for just a moment. How would we read this sentence? Azaru lahu waladun rashidun jiddan. How do we break that sentence down without kana? What type of sentence is it? It's a jumla ismiya. What is the mubtada? Azar. What's the khabar? Lahu waladun rashidun. Just to stop there, okay? Lahu waladun rashidun. What type of construction is lahu waladun rashidun? Safi, you got this.
like what?
What is that?
Like what type of thing?
What is it? It's its own sentence. Good. What type of sentence is it? Why do you know? How do you know that? But how do you know this is a jumla ismiya? Mm-hmm.
Rashidun is a name, it's a noun.
No, that's not how you know it. Rashid is a sifa. It's a noun. Sifas are nouns, right, in Arabic?
I don't know.
How do we know this is jumla ismiya? We just learned about it. You just explained it to me. Okay, it starts with a harf jar, but a harf jar doesn't make it jumla ismiya. Harf jar lets you know this is not how the sentence starts. The sentence really is no. Waladun waladun rashidun lahu. Why can't we say waladun rashidun lahu? Waladun is indefinite. So we must say lahu waladun rashidun. If waladun rashidun was definite, how would we say this? Al waladur rashidu lahu. But we can't say that. Why can't we say that, Safi? What's not definite? We're not talking about Rashid. Waladun Rashid.
So waladun is
No, both of them are, because it's a mawsuf and sifa. Okay. You learned it, you took notes on it. Remember? You took notes on it. Tell me. What? You got it. What is Rashid? Righteous. Someone that's guided, right? Someone that's intelligent. Let's look it up so that you guys stop forgetting. Rashid. What does that mean? Following the right way, having true faith, reasonable, rational, intelligent, discerning, mature. So how could we translate this? Azaru lahu waladun rashidun. How do we translate it? Azar for him is an intelligent son. What's another way we could translate it? Azar has a intelligent child, right? An intelligent boy. Make sense?
Yeah.
Now, if we look at our Arabic, Azar, as you all mentioned, is our mubtada. Lahu waladun rashidun is our khabar. But because kana came into the picture, we don't call these mubtada khabars anymore. What do we call them? The ism of kana and the khabar of kana. What's our ism of kana now? Azar. What's our khabar of kana? The whole jumla ismiya.
till the end.
Yes. Yes. All right. Let's go ahead and look at our second sentence of Tarkeeb. What? Yes.
It's just I was teaching one of my kids, they were reading Surah Naba, and one thing, it's جزاء من ربك عطاء حسابا رب السماوات والأرض. Why are all those in the state?
Jaza, because it says
رب السماوات.
because jaza'an min rabbika, right? Right before this, jaza'an min. Why is Rabbi majroor here? Because min. We're talking about the same Rabb. So it's not a sifa, but pretend everything else is a sifa for a moment. You remember how the sifa copies the mawsuf? So jaza'an min rabbika, pretend that's the mawsuf. Rabbika is the mawsuf. And the sifa is Rabbis samawati wal ard. Rabbis samawati, that's the sifa. Who is that Lord? Who is your Lord? Rabbis samawati. So do you get how one is describing the other? We call this a badal. It's very similar to a sifa. Inshallah, we'll talk about it. But just like you know, a sifa copies a mawsuf, this is copying the same harakat as Rabbika. Nice question. وَكَانَ, can we all try reading the second one? وَكَانَ اسْمُ Let's pretend there's no kana. Let's read it without kana. Ismu waladu walada. Why walada? The object of what? Waladu? Would Ibrahim be the subject? Why can't Ibrahim be the subject? What does the sentence start with? Does it start with the harf jar? It starts with what? Ism. Is that a noun? So why would you consider the last word to be the subject? So ism is the beginning of the sentence, right? If we look at the word ismu, does it have alif lam? But it's still at the beginning of the sentence. You understand my point? What I'm saying is before every time a sentence started with a noun, that noun was definite. And if the noun was not definite, where did the subject go? At the end. Did this one go to the end? What does that mean? Ism. It is what? It is the mubtada. Does that mean it's definite or indefinite? It's definite. How is this definite though? Very good. If we look at this phrase right here, ismu does not have any alif lam, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't have tanween. Maybe it doesn't have tanween because it happens to be mudaf. And that's exactly what's happening here. So when I say ismu, if it's mudaf, what's the mudaf ilayh? هذا الولد, because the mudaf ilayh must be in the jar state. So the translation, forget the translation, the harakats would be ismu هذا الولد. Ismu هذا الولد, because this is our mudaf and this is our mudaf ilayh. Do you guys remember the color coding we were doing? The rafat state was green, the jar state was yellow or purple or red? Red was what? No, marfu was green. You mean red was mansub? So we got the key. Look, I told you. Okay, so ismu is in what state? It's in the rafat state. هذا الولد is in what state? Like that. Ismu هذا الولد. What does ismu هذا الولد mean? The name of this boy, right? The name of this boy. Does that sound like a subject to you?
That sounds like a sentence.
It's a phrase. I know it's a phrase. It's a possessive phrase, right? It's mudaf ilayh, right? Now, that's our mubtada. Our khabar is what? Ibrahim. What would the whole sentence mean? Yes. Is that a sentence? The name of this boy is Ibrahim. So while this is the mubtada, ismu hadha al-waladi is the mubtada, the name of this boy. What about the name of this boy? It's Ibrahim. Now, we have to add kana to the equation. And this is where things change. Because remember, the mubtada is no longer going to be known as the mubtada. What will the mubtada now be known as? Of kana. And the ism of kana is always in what state? The rafa'at state. So does this look correct? It does look correct. Because look, وَكَانَ mu. It's in the rafa'at state. The khabar of kana is supposed to be in what state? The nasab state. So how are we going to change the sentence?
So the rafa'at state has kana.
The rafa'at state is dhamma. Ibrahim, that's correct. What were you saying, Arif?
Oh yeah, sorry. No, so like, so you're saying that the rafa'at state only has the dhamma.
Yes.
And the rafa'at state only has the
what state?
The rafa'at.
There's no such thing, Arif. You gotta learn your terminologies. The nasab. The nasab state ends in fatha. Nasab state.
It's just Ibrahim.
It's just Ibrahim. Is the ism of kana. Very good. And the khabar of kana is Ibrahim. The khabar of kana is therefore in what state? The nasab state. It's mansub. Very good. كان اسم هذا الولد إبراهيم. Are you guys confident in understanding these two sentences so far?
No, not really.
Yes. Could I erase this all and you can do it, Safi? Nah?
I feel like I need more practice on it.
You do. That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are they, man? Text them. I told him yesterday, yes. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, you said there's like no class on 12 and 13, right?
12 and 13?
Like November 12, like next week, right?
No, we do have class. When did I say we don't have class?
And then last night I checked, you said we don't have any class on like a certain day. Like
That was last week. Yeah, that was Friday and Saturday. Yeah.
Really? What are you here for class?
I was here. I thought you meant like for like this week.
12:13 is Tuesday.
Oh. Yeah.
Tell you what the problem
All right. Go ahead and try looking at our next sentence. Remember, it starts with kana. So for right now, we're going to pretend that kana does not exist, Safi. Let's read it without kana. What does it say? One more time. Ibrahimu yara nasa lil. Li is a harf jar, so we have to say lil asna. Me, because there's alif lam. Lil asna. Now Ibrahimu, it starts with what type of word? Okay, so what is this going to be? The ism of kana, which means it must be in what state?
What are we doing?
Yeah, we're going to do kana. So what state should this be in? The rafa'at state. Alright, now look at the predicate of this sentence. What is the predicate of this sentence? What does it start with? What is yara? Anyone know? It's a verb. It's a present tense verb. If it's a present tense verb, what does that tell you about the predicate of this sentence?
It's present tense.
Okay, we know that. We can infer that. What else can we infer? if you see a present tense verb, what does that tell you? Guys, y'all need to think. Cheat sheet time, bro. Look, if I say Zaydun if I say Zaydun qatala hayyatan, Zaydun qatala hayyatan. Hayyatan in the Arabic language, you guys know what that is, Sophie? It's a snake. So if I say Zaydun qatala hayyatan,
Zayd killed a snake.
a snake. Now, in this sentence, what are we starting off with?
Zayd.
Which is a,
It's like
it's a mubtada. Good, it's an ism, it's a mubtada. What is our khabar?
Qatala haytan.
What does that mean?
Killing a snake.
Not killing. He killed
a snake.
a snake. What does he kill the snake sound like? What type of sentence?
Jumla is jumla fi'l.
A jumla fi'liya. So when you see a present tense verb, what should you be thinking? This is the beginning of a jumla fi'liya. This is the beginning of a jumla fi'liya. So when I say Kana Ibrahim yara, as soon as I hear yara, I should
Saw.
no, ra'a is saw, yara is present tense, is seeing. Yara nasa. What does yara nasa mean? Safi? He's seeing the people. Why is that nasa in the nasab state? Good. What's he seeing? He's seeing the people. Very good. What did he see the people doing? Yes, juduna lil asnami, which means what? Prostrate. They are prostrating to the idols. So how do we translate the whole thing? Kana yara.
Ibrahim
Used to see the people
prostrate to the idols.
prostrating to the idols. Very good. Ibrahim used to see the people prostrating to the idols. Where's the predicate of this sentence? Which is the whole.
The whole sentence after the ism.
It's a jumla fi'liya, right? Yes, yaran nasa yasjuduna lil asnami. He saw the people prostrating to the idols. This whole jumla fi'liya becomes what? The khabar of Kana. Yes, very good. Ibrahim is the ism of Kana. Yara nasa yasjuduna lil asnami is the khabar of Kana, which is a whole jumla fi'l. Fahim? Got it? Arif makes sense.
Alhamdulillah.
Let's go ahead and read our next one. Oh yeah, wa yara nasa. Yara is the beginning of what? That's a jumla fi'liya. Good. So yara nasu or yanasa or nasi?
Yara is a subject. So
Wa yara nasu? What would yara nasu mean?
the people see.
The people see. We're not trying to say the people see. It is, yeah. I don't want you to see. Here's the important thing to remember: is sometimes your memory supersedes your intelligence.
It is.
Don't do that.
I can guess what all the harakas are without knowing.
Yeah, that's because you've heard them correctly.
Yeah.
Imagine if I read them wrong for you once.
Even when I was doing it,
Yeah.
it was just.
You gotta know the why.
I know.
Because your memory supersedes your intelligence. Don't let that happen. Your memory and intelligence always have to be balanced. It's like imagine somebody just knowing how to do the right thing as a doctor.
They don't know.
He just knows, hey man, something happens, I just transfuse him with blood, okay? But he doesn't know why. He doesn't know why. And maybe the guy has an overload of blood. He doesn't see it, but all he knows is when this happens, this is what I do, this is what I do. So memory and intelligence must be maintained simultaneously. That's why I ask you. So yara nasu would mean what? Safi? Why would it mean the people see? Why would it mean the people see? There's no subject here. It's a jumla fi'aliyah. A jumla fi'aliyah is made up of which parts? A fi'al and a... That's a fi'al. What else is a jumla fi'aliyah made up of? What? A fa'il. What's a fa'il?
The doer.
And what else is it made of? A maf'ul, which is bihi, which is
the action being performed.
the action being performed? The object of the action, right? Who are the actions happening to?
No.
What? وَيَرَى النَّاسَ. If I said وَيَرَى النَّاسُ, remember, cheat sheet, we have to first and foremost always reference to understand why we're giving a word the haraka we're giving it. If we read وَيَرَى النَّاسُ, النَّاسُ would be in what state? Marfu'. Ask yourself, why are words marfu'? If you go to the cheat sheet, one of the reasons words are marfu' is that they are the fa'il. So, if you have a verb,
is it in the rafa state?
it's not. I'm just reading it wrong on purpose.
Oh.
So if you have a verb, the doer of that verb will be in the rafa state. So if I say وَيَرَى النَّاسُ, النَّاسُ will turn into the doer. I don't want it to be the doer. I want it to be the maf'ul bihi, the object itself. And the object is in what state? Mansub. The maf'ul bihi is the object of a verb, is in the nasab state. So وَيَرَى النَّاسُ, correct. وَيَرَى النَّاسَ, that's correct. How do we translate وَيَرَى النَّاسَ? Safi? He saw the people, not the people saw. Again, the people saw would be what in Arabic? An-nasu. Good. وَيَرَى النَّاسُ. النَّاسَ. وَيَرَى النَّاسَ. يَعْبُدُونَ لِلْأَصْنَامِ. What does that mean?
They worship the idols.
They worship the idols. We see a verb here.
Yeah.
We see a verb. يَعْبُدُونَ الْأَصْنَامِ. Is it أصنامي? Asnama. So he sees the people worshiping the idols. In this sentence, يَعْبُدُونَ الْأَصْنَامَ, can we say that that's a sentence of its own?
Yes.
Yeah? What does it mean?
They worship
They worship idols. That's a whole sentence. Why is this whole sentence being thrown in another sentence? This is a new concept, which I've gone over briefly before, but let me just explain it. وَيَرَى النَّاسَ, is that a sentence on its own? What does يَرَى النَّاسَ mean? He sees the people. He sees the people. Is that a sentence?
Yeah, that's a sentence.
Alright, very good. In this sentence, he is in yara, like yaf'alu means what? What is yaf'alu? Okay, you understand? It's a present tense verb which has he built in. Don't ask. Don't ask. It's actually bab fataha yaftah. Ra'aya yar'ayu, which then became yara.
Yeah, I thought
Alright, yara nasa, he sees the people. That's a full sentence. Why are we adding another sentence to this sentence? I want you guys to think about it. What are they doing? So what's the condition of the people that he's seeing? Is that a good way to put it? Is that they're what? They're prostrating to the idols, right? So we call this a condition. We haven't learned about it? In Arabic it's called hal. يَعْبُدُونَ الْأَصْنَامَ is a whole jumla on its own. يَعْبُدُونَ الْأَصْنَامِ is a whole jumla fi'liya which is explaining the condition of the maf'ul bihi. What's the maf'ul bihi in the original sentence? In the original sentence, وَيَرَى النَّاسَ. What's the مفعول به there? النَّاسَ. What's the condition of النَّاسَ? We use a whole sentence to describe the condition of the مفعول به. For example, let's go ahead and try it in the light of an example that we make ourselves. Yes, word.
I can't.
You have to.
Because if I start writing.
If you have to speed up, you can't. You can't be slow in the real world.
I started
You gotta try.
I started developing my own short.
Very good. But if someone can't take notes while listening,
I can, but then I feel like I'm missing.
you will. You have to go back
You'll
and see with others what info you caught
You'll
on.
definitely miss stuff
You,
don't write.
of course, you think someone can listen to a teacher and replicate that dars in 1 minute? Of course not. So, but if you think your memory will sustain, you're gonna forget 98% of what you hear.
It's because your hafiz is on the translates.
Nah, you'll forget 98%.
I know.
Here's an example. Okay, we can say رأيت. Anyone know what رأيت means? رأيت, I saw, like فعلت. Safi, you can understand that, right? Ra'a means he saw, so what would رأيت mean? I saw why? The two, like فعلت. Okay, good. رأيت, let's say الذباب. What's الذباب? الذباب.
It's an animal.
It's
It's a
It's a noun.
noun.
It's an animal.
It's like a bug.
It's a bug. It's a fly. Okay. So what would this be? رأيت الذبابة or B or boo?
Right to
ذبابة. Why is it ذبابة, Safi?
Because it is.
Yes, it's a maf'ul bih. Don't make me fall asleep in the middle of your answer, bro. Be quick with it.
I'm second guessing this.
Just say it.
Just say it. Be wrong confidently. Nothing wrong with that. رأيت الذبابة. I saw the fly. But that's not all I want to say. I want to tell you what the fly was up to when I saw it. Right? What's the condition of the maf'ul bihi? I can say رأيت الذبابة يشرب القهوة. يشرب القهوة. What does this mean? رأيت الذبابة يشرب القهوة.
I found the fly.
I didn't find. رأيت does not mean I find.
I saw the fly drinking coffee.
Drinking coffee. Now, yes. Drinking coffee. رأيت الذبابة يشرب القهوة. Now, huh? Yeah, whatever. Right, drinking the coffee. Okay. Now, in this sentence, رأيت الذبابة is a whole sentence. Why do I have another sentence next to it? It's describing the condition of the maf'ul bihi. I have a second jumla. يشرب القهوة. What is its reason? Why is it here? Because it's describing the condition of the maf'ul bihi. It's describing the condition of the what? What's the maf'ul bihi? What is the maf'ul bihi, Safi?
It's the object.
Yes, what's the object?
Here,
Mm-hmm.
the object is the bug.
The bug, good, very good. So the condition of the bug is what? It's drinking coffee while I'm looking at it, right?
Is the had only the whole sentence?
No. It can be a single word, and if it's a single word, it's in
We're
a
just
nasab
calling
state.
it
Like the yashrabu bila had.
Yeah, you could be.
We're just calling
Yeah.
it Dubai.
I'm sorry?
We're just calling it Dubai.
What do you mean we're just calling?
It is maf'ul. We used to call it maf'ul, right?
Yes. Maf'ul bihi. I told you we're going to call maf'ul bihi because now we know a second maf'ul too. The maf'ul fihi.
Okay.
Right? Alright. Now, going back to our discussion of Kana Ibrahim, Kana, oh sorry, where were we? وَيَرَى النَّاسَ يَعْبُدُونَ الْأَصْنَامَ. and he sees the people. What does he see the people? Worshipping the idols. Worshipping the idols. So what is our second sentence in this sentence? And why do we have a second sentence? Because it's describing what? It's not describing a nasa. It's describing the hal or the condition of the. No, not the people. I used a specific terminology. The maf'ul bihi.
It's the hal of a nasa.
Not a nasa. Of the maf'ul bihi. Very good.
And which is
Oh yes. Very good. Sometimes the hal doesn't describe the maf'ul bihi's condition. Sometimes the hal describes the fa'il's condition. What's a fa'il? Okay, so for example, I can tell you, I can say, Sallama. Anyone know what Sallama means? He what? Sallama ala means
peace. Is it like peaceful?
Sallama ala means he said assalamu alaikum. Two. Ala here means two. He said assalamu alaikum. Two. Okay, who said assalamu alaikum? Let's just say it's Mr. Zayd. Zaydun sallama ala ummihi. Yes, he said salam to his mother. Who's the fa'il here? Zayd is, right? Zayd's the one doing it. I can say Zaydun sallama ala ummihi yashrabu al-qahwa. Same thing, like before. What does that mean?
He drinks coffee.
He drinks coffee. What does that have anything to do with him saying salam? Because we have a second sentence. What's the second sentence?
Yes.
What do we call that? It's a jumla fi'aliyah, which is acting like the hal of the doer. Who's the doer? So how do we translate this? While drinking coffee. How did you know while?
Can you say while she was drinking coffee?
No, because I'm not describing. Oh, I didn't even write Yashrabu, my bad. That's why you guys are tripping. Why do we know that it's Zayd doing it, not his mom doing it?
Is there any word that's... Is there any like...
Yash. Yeah. Not dash. Not dashrabu. Yashrabu. Huh?
But what if Zayd salam ala abihi?
Yashrabu. It could be both.
Is there any word that that means while in Arabic?
Yes. Wa.
What?
Yeah.
You say as hand?
Yeah. It can mean while as well. Like in Surah Az-Zumar. وَفُتِحَتْ أَبْوَابُهَا. While the doors were open.
But could you also like put it in that sentence too? I mean,
yeah, you can say وَيَشْرَبُ الْقَهْوَةَ. You could do that technically.
So if they were both men, you'd have to figure out that.
Yeah, you would have to figure it out. Okay. So that's just an intro to had. You want to learn more, you can read about it in Tafsir al-Nahu. It's a long discussion. It's not too hard, but it requires some zeal to go up to that and figure it out. In this sentence, we have Ya'budun al-Asnama describing the condition of the maf'ul bihi here. Let's try and read our next line. Safi, go for it. Come on, help. Everyone.
Okay.
Not Asnami. Why'd you say Asnami? An al-Asnam ma Ijara done? You sure? What type of word is anna?
It is.
What's anna? What's anna? Come on, bro. You're hafiz, bro. Use your memory. Be good. Yeah, but what is that? What type of word is anna?
It's a specific thing. Like this.
That's not what anna is. What type of word is anna? Sister. Sister. No. Sister of inna.
Oh.
And what is the sister of inna's role in life? A sister. It's gonna change the.
I think the state of like the next word.
To what?
The nafsa.
Yes, good. So anna al-asna
Ma.
ma, and then the khabar will remain.
Or like
Very good. So how do we say anna al-asna ma jara tun? It does the opposite of kana. Kana gives the
Kana gives the state
and the khabar then nasab stay. Very good. Kana Ibrahimu ya'rifu. Let's get rid of kana for a second. Read this. Ibrahimu ya'rifu anna al-asnama hijaratun. Ibrahimu is the beginning of our sentence. Therefore, this is the mubtada, which would now be known as the ism of kana, which means it must be in the rafa'at say. So we'll say Ibrahimu ya'rifu. What type of word is ya'rifu? Fair. So that means this must be its own sentence. What type of sentence? Let's see. Does it make sense as on its own as a jumla? Ya'rifu anna al-asnama hijaratun. What does that mean? No, ra'a. We just said he saw.
He knows the idols.
He knows anna.
That.
He knows that.
The idols are
Hijara.
stones.
Good. So he knows that the idols are stones. Does that make sense as a sentence?
Yeah, it does.
It does. Very good. If you look at this sentence, some very interesting stuff is happening. We have a fi'l. Where's our fi'l? Ya'rifu. If we have a fi'l, we need a few other parts in order to make it make sense. We need a, what's a fa'il? The doer. Where's the doer? What does ya'rifu mean?
He knows.
So where's the doer? He. It's in it, right? It's inside it. Because ya'rifu means huwa ya'rifu. He knows. So the he is already in ya'rifu. Right? So we already have our doer. Is there an object here? Is there a maf'ul bihi here? What's the maf'ul bihi? Annal asnama hijaratun. What does that mean?
The stone idols.
The stone idols? No. That the idols are stone. So what did he know?
The idols are made out of stone.
Very good. Now let me explain why we need anna in this sentence. Okay? Imagine if I wanted to tell you. Oh man. Al-Oud. You guys know what Al-Oud is?
Come back.
No, that's how it can mean to come back. It can. I don't know how you remember that.
It's like you used to say about it, right? It means like coming back.
Aada, yeah, Eid means to come back. Yeah. Oud has another meaning though. What's oud? Perfume. It's like a perfume that comes from a tree. Very expensive wood is called oud.
Sandalwood?
More expensive. It's agar wood. So al-oud is expensive wood, okay? In Arabic, literally oud means wood, but we're talking about a $25,000 piece of wood with perfume in it, okay? It's called oud. Nah, it's haram. It's wajib, man. We don't consider it a waste to spend money on perfume.
Why not? It's not to like wear perfume.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's good. Not wajib, like literally. It's true. But it's okay. If you can't access it, it's good. The Prophet used expensive perfume. The Prophet's perfume was not cheap.
Is it only for guys or can it also be for girls?
Yeah, it can be for girls in their home.
I dropped a bag on perfume.
You should, bro. I'll show you some.
Every time I
gotta get to it. I have the whole Willy collection.
Every time I smell some oud or some item, I always think about that time where you were saying that you smelled the one that's made for King Abdullah.
Yeah.
Like, man, I was lost in the sauce.
I was too expensive.
But how much was it though?
It was
Oh, you know the one
mukhallab.
the one that smells like a barber shop?
It was.
What?
How do you get the chance to smell it?
Bro, man, I just kind of sound rich, you know. In Arabic, I just sound rich, you know. So they trust that I'll buy it.
Oh, they have it over there?
Yeah, they have
These
it.
guys are trying to scam when I went.
No, they don't scam. They don't scam. Here, let me explain.
Smoke the agar with oil for me.
Okay,
He's the perfume connoisseur. You should start like a perfume business.
I've considered it, but people would not appreciate it. This isn't it. This is too cheap.
That's what I'm saying.
It's right
I'll buy it
here.
right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here,
I had to
So it
get
wasn't
all
like
that
strong.
one.
here it is. Here it is.
Never mind.
No, where's it? Where's it? Not the Tibetan. The Shire.
King's Blend right now. Is that what it is?
This was cheap. This was a cheap version. This is actually a small 3 milliliter bottle. See? They're not selling it. The real version had not 3.
$400.
This is 3 mils. A few drops. The one that I looked at was this one, but with 24 milliliters, so it was like $3 grand.
Just for like that
It's
much?
for this much. It was like 3,000 bucks.
What's so expensive?
Wait, is that the same size as those ones you see?
That looks like that's just a enlarged version of the
Nah, bro. Trust me.
It's not big.
The one that I bought, the one that I saw was bigger.
Yeah.
No, this one,
Talking about
the
this
small
one.
one, that's
This
like
looks
the,
like
the
Yeah, this looks like the small
regular
bottles.
ones that-
Small ones, the really small ones. That's this.
the regular.
Yeah, mashallah.
Inside you never wear, like, or something.
Yeah, it's still overpriced, but real stuff costs expensive, for sure. So the thing I was trying to explain to you was al-udu. If we write this sentence out, al-udu means perfume. Let's just consider
Yeah,
perfume,
perfume.
okay? Al-udu. Let's just say. Thaminun. Expensive, valuable. So the perfume
I was
is
thinking about that.
the perfume is valuable. You all understand that so far, right? Now go ahead and look at the following
What
sentence.
are you rolling at?
Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Al-udu thaminun, is that a sentence?
Yes.
The
perfume is expensive.
The perfume is valuable. In this sentence, where's the mubtada? Al-udu. Now, is the mubtada khabar is perfume. Now I want to say, arif. What's arifu mean?
I know.
I know, okay. أعرف العود. What does that mean? أعرف
I know
العود.
the perfume.
I know the perfume. What state would al-oud be in? Why?
It's the object.
It's the object. Very good. So I know the oud. I know the perfume. Okay? But I'm not trying to say I know the perfume.
Maybe in Mansubs.
العود الثمين.
I can't hear you, Sophie.
I thought it would be in
Why? Remember, arifu. What type of word is arifu? Well, if I have a jumla fi'liya, what do I need? What's the fa'il in arif? Not he. I.
Okay, so that's like.
Now I need an object. What's the object? Al-oud.
Yeah.
Good. Very good. So a'rif al-ouda means I know the perfume. But I'm not trying to say I know the perfume. I'm trying to say I know the perfume is expensive. How would I say that? Basically, what I'm telling you is I want this entire jumla ismiya. Where's the jumla ismiya? Al-udu thaminun. I want this entire jumla ismiya to become a maf'ul bihi.
Oh, so you just added one.
Nope. Well, do you understand the problem? Just focus with me. Al-udu thaminun, that's a jumla ismiya. I want this jumla ismiya to become my maf'ul bihi. To become my object when I say a'rifu. I know the oud is expensive. So in order to make the whole jumla ismiya a maf'ul bihi, I have to use the word anna.
That.
Yes. When I say anna right here, if I say anna, al-oud. Yes, أعرف العود ثمين is not right. But أعرف أن العود ثمين is a way of taking a whole jumla ismiya and then making it the maf'ul bihi of the verb أعرف. That's why we have the word anna being used. So when I want to make a whole sentence into my maf'ul, I usually got to use something like أعرف. Example.
So anna can be used for present tense.
Anna?
Yeah. Anna.
Anna means that. Like,
Yeah, but can it be used for present tense?
yeah.
Just for present tense, right?
No. Yeah, I can say I knew that the oud is expensive. How would I say that? I knew, not I know. Ariftu. Naam. Ariftu. Araftu. Actually, not ariftu. Araftu أن العود ثمين. You can say that as well. عرفت أن العود ثمين. For example, I can say Allah واحد. What does that mean?
Allah is one.
Allah is one. Now I want to say I know Allah is one. How would I say that?
Arif Allah one.
No, I can't say أعرف Allah واحد.
You have to add anna.
Yes, because I want this jumla ismiya to become what? The maf'ul bihi. So I would say أعرف أن الله واحد. Make sense? Why we're using anna here?
Yeah.
All right. Similarly, you could say I witnessed, or I bear testimony. I bear testimony that Allah is one. Now, bearing testimony means to swear, right? So normally shahida means to testify, right? Shahida. Let's just keep it past tense. So I want to say Yusuf testified that God is one. How would I say that? Shahida Yusuf. Let's just say Shahida Yusufu. Yusuf testified God is one. And Allah. Yeah, exactly. You understand? Because I can't say Shahida Yusufu Allahu Wahid. I can't do that.
What does anna mean of itself? That? Or does it mean multiple?
You can't take a language and ask what its parts mean. You have to understand why that language even uses those parts in the first place. Like, what does is mean? You can't explain English to me. You're asking me to explain Arabic to you. What does is mean?
It's just something you just add in.
All right, but why? But why?
Make sure that something makes sense.
That, like, you told somebody that doesn't know English that they wouldn't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
If you explain in Urdu to someone why we have is in English, what would you tell them? So exactly. In language, you can't ask what does a word mean. You have to ask why does a word need this? Why does a language need this word? So in Arabic, I just explained to you why Arabic needs anna. Can you try to explain why?
Basically, put a proper definition.
Nope. To make
Oh,
the
you
jumla ismiya into a maf'ul bihi for a verb. That's the right way to understand what does anna mean. Anna is a particle that helps the listener understand that a nominative, a jumla ismiya, is the maf'ul bihi to a verb. That's the best way to understand anna. Somebody can say, how do we translate anna? And yeah, I can give them the simple answer. What does anna mean? It means that. But that doesn't mean that in English and that in Arabic are the same. Because English might not need that all the time. Because in English, can't I say, I know God is one? Can I say that in English? Safi, does it make sense? I know God is one. Does it make sense?
That makes
I know food is cheap.
That makes sense.
It makes sense.
I know
but not-
Houston
not
sucks.
awkward.
Does that make sense? Yes or no? It doesn't make sense to you when I
It
say
does make sense.
I know Toyotas are reliable?
Yeah.
I think it's a trick question, bro.
Yeah, it is.
It does?
Yeah.
You understand it, right?
Yeah.
In Arabic, I can't say I know Toyotas are reliable. I have to say what?
That.
I know that Toyotas are reliable. I need anna before a jumla ismiya to make the jumla ismiya the maf'ul bihi of the verb. Do you get it?
Yeah.
In English, you might not need it all the time. But in Arabic, you'll need it to make a jumla ismiya to
So
maf'ul.
does slang have like? Do they?
Forget slang, bro. Slang has no rules. Slang is just like slang English. Even in English, we used to say, I know that Toyotas are reliable. Nobody says, I know Toyotas are reliable. Nobody spoke like that before. But English has changed.
Yeah.
Just like Arabic has changed. Okay? So, we understand anna. Why we use anna in the Arabic language? Anna usually takes a sentence and makes a jumla ismiya into a maf'ul bihi. That's not always why we use anna, but that's one use case.
So like, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah.
Now in ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, if we actually are saying ashhadu anna, but the problem is that anna has to have a mubtada after it, right? Like an ism after it, and la is not an ism. La is a type of harf. Okay? It's harfun nafi. It's a negative particle. And nafi, yeah, it means yeah.
Our harf is particle.
Yeah. Not a preposition.
Yeah, I forget.
A harf jar is a particle.
I
I forget
Preposition.
that word.
Okay, forget the English. La is not an ism, right? So we cannot put anna before it. So instead of anna, we say an. It's a short version of anna. Or it's like a light version of anna. It's anna light is an. Cool? So normally we'd say ashhadu anna la ilaha illallah. But we can't say anna because la is right after it. So you can fix it in two ways. You can say ashhadu an, and we pronounce it ashhadu al, or you can say ashhadu annahu. We can put an ism after it. So I can say ashhadu annahu la ilaha illallah.
If you were giving a zalak, what's about it?
No, because that's not the adhan, the process I'm taught.
What about people who say ashhadu an la ilaha?
That's wrong tajweed wise.
Well, like,
The words are right, but the tajweed is wrong.
can you give us something?
No, you shouldn't, because this is an ibadah, right? When it comes to ibadat that are mandatory, we should actually do ri'ayah. We should keep in mind the way the Prophet actually said it.
There's people that just
They're just doing it based off their Arabic knowledge is wrong.
Well, when somebody should
Yeah, then you can do it. Ashhadu an la,
or anna la.
no. And some people incorrectly do that too. You probably heard that, right? Yeah,
You have to say it in Arabic, or can they can just say
They
it
can
in
do it
one
in
language.
English too, but Arabic.
But you could say
So does it
ashhadu
count
an
though if
too, right?
No, it does count. It counts. Yeah.
You could also,
Okay, it's about what the culture understands they're testifying to.
No, never mind. I was gonna say you can say ashhadu al as well when you're explaining it, right?
Like telling them to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell them to say ashhadu an or al. That's fine. Yeah, you can say an la ilaha illallah because when you're taking a break, you don't have to say al. Okay. So Yusufu Shahida Yusuf. Yusuf testified. Normally you testify to something. So for example, Shahidtu, I testified, I testified the request. At-talab. Shahidtu at-talab. I testified the request. Means I observed the request. But here, I'm testifying not on one thing. I'm testifying to the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one. So my maf'ul bihi is not one word. My maf'ul bihi is an entire sentence, which is Allahu wahid. So in order to make the jumla ismiya a maf'ul bihi, I have to insert the particle anna in the middle. So we say shahida Yusufu anna Allaha wahid.
What is anna as a harf?
It's called الحرف المشبهة بالفعل. right? The sisters of inna are all called.
We learned this word.
Yes, we did. Kana is not a harf mushabbah bil fi'l. Kana is its opposite, which is called al-fi'l naqis. We haven't. Naqis means deficient, like something's wrong with it. Something is wrong with kana, which that's a longer discussion for later. In this sentence, kana Ibrahimu ya'rifu, we have a verb, ya'rifu. This is the beginning of a jumla fi'liya, Safi, as you said, right? Now this jumla fi'liya, it needs a doer. What was the doer of ya'rifu? He. Good. What's the object of ya'rifu? He. What's the object of ya'rifu? One more time. I want you to speak grammatically. No, not asna. When I say grammatically, I want you to tell me which parts are forming the maf'ul bihi. It's the entire jumla. No. I don't want the actual words of the sentence. I want the grammatical terms. The jumla ismiya. What's the jumla ismiya? Al-asnam wa hijaratun. And in order to make this jumla ismiya the maf'ul bihi, we had to use what word? An. You understand? So what's the maf'ul bihi of ya'rifu? You would say? No, you would say? No, you would say? The jumla ismiya.
Oh, you don't want to. Okay.
I want you to think grammatically. Don't just think of this situation. So what's the maf'ul bihi of our verb?
You want us to say
The jumla ismiya. What's the jumla ismiya? Anna al-asnama hijama. Cool? Alright. So we would put asnama in the nasab state, hijaratun in the rafa'at state, marfu'. Okay, very good. Can you guys read that next one? كان يعرفون الأصنام لا تتكلم ولا تسمع. We see kana. Remember, when we have kana, we're looking for the ism of kana, i.e. the mubtada. What's the mubtada of this sentence? The mubtada. Guys, remember, ya'rifu is not a...
It is
It's a verb. And a mubtada must be what?
Subject.
Oh, he.
Yes, a mubtada must be a noun.
Oh.
The subject must be a noun. But what's the noun here? He. Where's the he? Yes, the huwa. It's actually the huwa, and the huwa actually exists within kana as well. Because what does kana mean? He was, right? He was. So the he in kana is our mubtada. And mubtada is also known now as what? The ism of kana. Very good. So kana ya'rifu. Ya'rifu is the beginning of what? Al-jumla fi'liya. Very good. Let's look at this jumla fi'liya. Ya'rifu. What type of word is that? A fi'l. What else do we need? We need a fa'il. What's our fa'il? Huwa. What else do we need? A maf'ul bihi. What's our maf'ul bihi? What's our maf'ul bihi? It's a jumla ismiya. It's a jumla ismiya. What's the jumla ismiya? Al-asnam la tatkallam wa la tasma'u. You just said what type of sentence is that, Safi? Where's the mubtada? Al-asnam. Where's the khabar? But that's the beginning of another jumla fi'liya. Because we have.
Wait.
What?
Oh, لا تتكلم ولا تسمع.
They don't.
They don't listen, they don't speak. Isn't that a sentence?
Yep.
That they don't listen, they don't speak. That's a sentence. A jumla fi'liya. That sentence becomes the khabar of what? Al-asnama. Very good. So we have, guys, listen. Look, لا تتكلم. That is a whole sentence on its own. What does it mean? They don't speak. لا تسمعوا. That's a whole sentence on its own, right?
They don't listen.
They don't listen. This whole sentence and this whole sentence then become the khabar to this mubtada. الأصنام لا تتكلم ولا تسمع would mean what? The idols, they don't speak. The idols, they don't listen. Now we have a mubtada and khabar. Where's our mubtada and khabar? Al-Asnam. Our khabar is the sentences. The sentences لا تتكلم ولا تسمع. There's two جملة فعلية. There's جملتان فعليتان. There's two جملة فعلية. Alright, now we have a whole جملة اسمية. What's our whole جملة اسمية? الأصنام لا تتكلم ولا تسمع. This whole جملة اسمية then becomes what? Safi? The مفعول به to what? Very good. It is the مفعول به to يعرف. How do you know that? Anna. Very good. Why is Anna being used? No, that's not why. Yes, because Anna allows. No. Anna allows a Jumla Ismiya to act as a. Very good. Very good. Yes. I know I'm nitpicky, but grammar is all about being nitpicky. Because when you understand the functioning of the language, it becomes much easier. Okay.
It has gotten better.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, but you gotta just constantly be on your toes. You can't get comfy thinking you got it. Bro, I've done it alone. You can do it alone too.
We're just trying to talk yourself through it.
No. Just by actually going through your notes and videos, you can easily understand it again. Now, we've got a maf'ul bihi to a verb. What verb is acting as the fi'l? Ya'rifu. So we have a verb, a fi'l. Where was its fa'il again? Huwa. Where's its maf'ul bihi again? An al-asama. It's a jumla ismiya. Alright, very good. Now, we have a fi'l. We have a fa'il. We have a maf'ul bihi. What does that all make? A big jumla fi'liya. So what's our whole big jumla fi'liya? يعرفون الأصنام لا تتكلم ولا تسمع. This whole big jumla fi'liya becomes what? Yes, and what's the ism of kana? Yes, which is where? No. Not in ya'rifu. In kana. Very good.
Wait, it's in Canada?
Yeah, because kana means he was, right? Right? You can't say that the that the huwa in ya'rifu is the ism of kana. The huwa in ya'rifu is actually the doer of the verb ya'rifu.
So.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's all the khabar of kana.
So he saw and then
He used to what?
Well, Canada literally
He used to.
Okay.
Or he used to.
And then Ya'rifu means he saw.
No, ya'rifu does not mean saw. Ya'rifu, arif. What is that?
I
Ya'rifu.
keep forgetting.
He knows.
He knows. Yeah, you gotta write it down. Something. You forget something, you must write it down. Alright. The next sentence is the same thing. Alhamdulillah. Let's go ahead and read that real quick. Not yara. Kana. We're not. We're here. Kana ya'rifu anna al-asl la tadurru wa la tanfa'u. وكان يعرف أن الأصنام لا تضر ولا تنفع. Can you help me out, Safi? You got this very quick. You can do it. Do the tarkeeb yourself.
You want me to just...
Yes, start. Kana.
He used to.
I'm not asking for translation. I'm asking for tarkeeb.
Kana is...
Let's just call it Kana. Okay.
يعرف is the
Mm-hmm.
and then else
When you have a fi'l, what do you need?
الفاعل
Where's the fi'l?
in يعرف
Which is? Okay, huwa. Very good. What else do we need?
and then مفعول
Yeah, what's the maf'ul bihi?
and then أصلا
No. What's our maf'ul bihi here?
جملة اسمية
A jumla ismiya. Very good. What's the jumla ismiya?
الأصنام لا تتكلم
No, wrong sentence.
Oh, I'm looking at okay.
Yes. أن الأصنام
أن الأصنام لا تضر ولا تنفع.
لا تضر ولا تنفع. What are these?
It is a jumla.
It's a jumla fi'liya. Two jumla fi'liyas. Yeah, now. What are these two jumla fi'liyas acting as? The khabar of al-asnam. The mubtada, which is al-asnam. The mubtada and khabar form a jumla ismiya, which then you said is? Which is the... No. The jumla ismiya is what? The maf'ul bihi of the verb ya'rifu. Good. Now, what's the ism of kana? He, where?
In Canada.
Very good. What's the khabar of kana? The whole what? Why fi'liya? Okay, good. You understand? The grammar is making sense now? Alright, we're gonna step it up. It's okay, you can play it at 1.5. We didn't have that back in the day. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and try the next one. كان يجلس على الأصنام فلا تدفع. Ooh, this one's a little bit different. Kana. We know kana. You see kana. What are you looking for? The ism and khabar, or the mubtada and khabar, right? Which we call the ism of kana and the khabar of kana. In this sentence, what is the ism of kana? Is the he. That's where? In kana itself. He was, or he used to. What did he used to? Okay, so that's the beginning of a jumla fi'liya. The jumla fi'liya. What's after this yara? What is anna here for? Good. So what's the sentence after anna? الذباب يجلس على الأصنام. الذباب يجلس على الأصنام. In الذباب يجلس على الأصنام. What type of sentence is that, Safi? جملة اسمية. What does الذباب يجلس على الأصنام mean?
الذباب the fly used to sit on the
sits
on the idols.
Yes, bus. The fly sits on the idols. Is that a sentence?
Yes.
What type of sentence? Very good. This jumla ismiya is now becoming what? The maf'ul bihi to yara. So how do we translate? وَكَانَ يَرَى أَنَّ الذُّبَابَ يَجْلِسُ عَلَى الْأَصْنَامِ. Used to see
that.
Yeah, so we can't just say, like in English, can we say he used to see the fly
Yes.
sits on the idols? In Arabic we can't, because this is a jumla ismiya that wants to act as a maf'ul, so we need anna in the middle. So again, so he used to see that the fly sits. Let's just say sits. The fly sits on the idols. Fala, fa. What did fa mean? Then, very good. And then, la tadfa'u. They don't swat away, right? La tadfa'u. They do not swat away. Dafa'a. Tadfa'u. What are the root letters in tadfa'u? Dafa'a. Dafa'a has a lot of meanings in here. Really, it has a lot. But what we can look it up and find is if you look up dafa'a, what does dafa'a mean? Ya Allah. When dafa?
Dafa means like be gone.
Be gone?
I don't know.
Defend. Fought. Fight.
How come I can't find the verb? That's so odd. Here we go. Dafa, look, what does that mean?
Oh, it's kind of.
Push away.
To
Drop back,
push.
repel.
Move, right? To move something.
Expel.
In order we have a phrase, right? So,
Dafa.
what does that mean?
Means like be gone.
Yeah, you get lost, right?
Yeah.
Dafa means push, to push away, to get rid of. So,
push, like,
yeah, to push, to shove, to get rid of something. Can also mean to defend.
you're talking about actually push, or you're talking about like metaphorically?
Yeah, it means physically too. Right? So, he would see that the fly sits on the idol. Fada tadfa'u. Then they would not drive them away, push them away. Very good. Let's go ahead and read our last 3 lines very quickly. Let's try. Go ahead. Wakana.
وكان يرى الفأر.
Fa'ru.
فأرة.
Fa'ra.
Yes.
Let's try both. Okay? Continue.
كان يأكل طعام الأصنام ولا تمنع.
فلا تمنعوا. So, كان يرى الفأر. What is الفأر?
Rat.
Look it up, Sophie. You gotta look these things up. You guys say I don't know. It means the mouse, right? كان يرى الفأر. If I said يرى الفأر, what would this mean?
Yeah, you're right. The rat sees.
The rat used to see, right? Or the mouse used to see. Obviously, we don't know what the mouse used to see. We were talking about Prophet Ibrahim. So the mouse is not the doer. The mouse is the object. So we're going to say كان يرى الفأر. What about it? كان يرى الفأر.
يأكل
يأكل
طعام
طعام
الأصنام.
الأصنام أصنام تفكر.
I'm guessing it's Osnami.
That's أصنامي. Very good. ف نعم فلا تمنع. So let's start from the beginning. كان. We're doing grammar first, Sophie, not translation. كان. We know كان needs what?
What's to
We need what from كان? The ism of كان and the khabar of كان. So where is the ism of كان here?
He.
He. Where's the he?
كان.
In كان. What's the khabar of كان starting?
يرى.
Yara is the beginning of a jumla fi'aliyya. Very good. So we need what?
مفعول.
The fi'al. We got the fi'al. We need a fa'al. Where's the fa'al here?
فأرة.
No, the mouse is not the one doing
Oh,
it.
يقل.
Oh, it's in it, sorry.
It's in it. What's the verb? What's the, very good. There's a he inside yara. Because yara means he sees. So we have a fa'il, we have a doer. What else do we need? Maf'ul bihi. We need an object. What's the object here? No. Al-fa'ra. Kana yara al-fa'ra means what?
It should be Yara.
Safi, what would you say?
Is it Fa'ru?
What would that mean?
The rat song.
Never mind.
Remember, the doer is in the rafa state. Who's the doer here? Is it the rat?
No.
No, it's not. The doer is hidden. It's huwa. كان يرى الفأر. He used to see the mouse. Isn't that a sentence? Why do we have another sentence after it? Good. It's the hal of the.
So Yakulu is its own.
Grammatically, it's the hal of the.
So that's me.
The hal of the.
جملة فعلية.
No, the hal of the. Of the maf'ul bihi. Remember, a hal can describe the condition of the fa'il or the maf'ul. So here it's describing the condition of the maf'ul. So what was the condition of fa'ar? يأكل طعام الأصنام. means
The
eating. He's
idols of the food idols.
eating the food of the idols. So كان يرى الفأر يأكل طعام الأصنام. He would see
The mice eating
the mouse eating the food of the idols. What was the condition of the mouse?
Yeah.
The condition of the mouse was that it was eating the food of the idols. Once again, so that you understand a little bit better. كان يرى الفأر. Just the first three words of this sentence. كان, he used to. يرى, see. الفأر, the mouse. That makes sense on its own, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
He used to see the mouse. But that's not what we're trying to convey. We're trying to say he used to see the mouse while the mouse was up to something. What was the mouse up to?
Eating the food
Very
of
good.
idols.
So what the mouse was up to is the condition of the maf'ul. It's the condition of the object. The object of this sentence was what? Al-fa'ar. What's the condition of the mouse? يأكل طعام الأصنام. It was eating the food of the idol. So he would
I wanted
see.
to like put it in parentheses like
Not fa'ru, sir.
So sorry, fat raw.
Why?
Okay, because we're not the rat's not doing it. It's he.
So what is that? What's the rat here?
It's the dude. He's the dude. I mean, he's not the dude.
So what is it?
He's the object.
Good. Yes. What was your question?
If I were to like put it in like parentheses, can you have fat raw? I would stuck with him. Can you have fat raw? What should I? It's the
Good question. So look, the way we're gonna do it is we know kana requires an ism and a khabar, correct?
Yeah.
The ism of kana in this case you told me is what?
He.
So the huwa is the ism of kana. Alright? Ya'rifu onwards, this is the beginning of what? The jumla fi'liya. Okay?
Or the
Yeah.
khabar.
Which is then the khabar of kana. Yes? So yara al-fa'ra. This is a jumla fi'liya, Safi. That's a jumla fi'liya, correct?
Yeah.
How is it a jumla fi'liya? Because we have a fi'l. Where's the fi'l? Yara. Where's the fa'il? Huwa, which I wrote right there. Where's the maf'ul? Al-fa'ra. Safi, I don't know if you're listening now. You're
Yeah.
just
I'm listening. I'm just trying to.
Really?
Yeah.
You said you don't.
Yeah, your brain turns off when you start writing.
Huh?
Your brain turns off. You gotta.
No, I'm listening.
Okay, al-fa'ra is our
Al-fa'ra is
the
the object.
maf'ul bihi. Now you're gonna say that the whole jumla fi'liya afterwards. This is also a jumla fi'liya. يأكل طعام الأصنام. How do we know it's a jumla fi'liya? What does a jumla fi'liya need? Fi'l. Where's the fi'l?
Yeah.
Where's the fa'il? هو. Where's the maf'ul? طعام الأصنام. حبيبي. طعام الأصنام. The food of the idols, the mudaf and mudaf ilayh. Now we have a fi'l fa'il maf'ul bihi in يأكل طعام الأصنام. This forms a whole. Good. That jumla fi'liya, we will call this whole thing the hal. The hal of what? The hal of the, specifically we're going to say the hal of the maf'ul bihi, the object. Well, you following? Alhamdulillah. You would see the rat eating the food of the idols. فَلَا تَمْنَعُوا. And then they would not. Tamna'u means
Forbid.
forbid. They would not stop. Yeah. So they would not stop them. They would not stop them.
I was thinking about
Our last two sentences of the chapter. We're going to close off with them. وَكَانَ. Go ahead and finish that off, guys. وَكَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ يَقُولُ في نفسه
لماذا
الناس لماذا يسجد الناس للأصنام لماذا يسجد الناس للأصنام. Very good. So, كان إبراهيم. Where's our ism of Kana here? I'm sorry? It's Ibrahim. Kana Ibrahim. Rough hard state, right? Because it's the ism of Kana. Kana Ibrahim. Yaqulu is the beginning of what, Safi? Very good. Can you translate Yaqulu fi nafsihi? He said? Is Yaqulu past tense?
Says.
But what is Kana Yaqulu?
He used to.
Yes, he used to.
He used to say.
Fi nafsihi.
He is to. It's to. In himself.
He used to say in himself, meaning he would say within his own heart, right? He wouldn't say it out loud, but he would say it. Meaning he would think it. You know when you say in yourself, like you say something to yourself, you're thinking it, right? So Ibrahim used to say to himself, say in himself, think to himself. لماذا? Why? يسجد الناس.
Why do people worship the idols?
Prostrate للأصنام.
Prostrate to the idols.
Very good. وكان إبراهيم. Let's read our last one.
وكان إبراهيم يسأل
نفسه 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 نفسه
I have nafsa.
نفسه.
I have nafsa written.
Why?
نفسه I'm assuming the sad goes with the hand.
Okay, look, guys. Grammar is important, but in order to understand grammar, you have to understand the vocab. Kana Ibrahimu means what? Used to. Yes, alu. Ask. He used to ask. Ask who? Himself. So who is he asking? Himself. So who's the object?
Himself.
Himself. So what is the state of the word himself? You just said himself is the what?
The object.
Yes, so what state should his self be? Mansub. So how do we read it? Nafsahu. Kana Ibrahimu yas'alu nafsahu. Safi, I want you to just stop relying on your feelings and memory and what others say. Start understanding why. Until you're inquisitive about why, it will not make sense. Believe me, a lot of people graduate Islamic studies colleges and stuff without asking why. They memorize the content and they forget it all in a year. Unless and until you are so obsessed with why something is the way it is, you'll never understand it deeply enough to never forget it. You have to not be content with knowing the answer ever. You can't just know the answer and be like, I'm happy with the answer. You have to understand why. Why is it that nafsahu is nafsahu? Why in the Quran does this harakah have this meaning? Or why is this harakah what it is? You gotta ask yourself that question. Like the question you asked at the beginning, don't quit. Be more inquisitive. Everything that doesn't make sense, say why is it what it is. Right? Otherwise, you just be okay with it. You just be Rabbi Bismillah, it is Qaswa, it is what it is. You know? Not a big deal. I know what it means, that's all that matters, right? No, that's not all that matters. You gotta know why. Alright?
No,
So,
I got thrown off because I forgot that who was a pronoun and then it became construct because of the feet. So just I was assuming I get it.
I got you.
I confuse myself.
It's all right. You can easily get thrown off by all the things you know, but always ask. كان إبراهيم يسأل. Ibrahim used to ask. When you think of the word asking, what type of word is that?
It's
فعل, which means we need
فعل.
a fa'il, we need a maf'ul. What's the fa'il in يسأل? He used to ask, right? And what's our maf'ul bihi? Because that's he's asking who? He's not asking his teacher. He's asking himself. So himself, while he is the doer, he's also the object as well, because he's talking to himself. So Ibrahim used to ask himself, لماذا يسأل?
Why?
Read the Arabic for me.
لماذا يسأل?
You're just guessing harakat. You gotta ask why you're saying what you're saying. Nas al-asnama. Don't guess. Think. لماذا we all understand means why. Yas'alu means why.
يسأل means
Yes.
He asked.
He
He asks. He asks. It's present tense. If it's a verb, what do we need? What's our fa'il? What's our maf'ul?
The people.
Okay, so translate.
Yeah, he asked. So yes, he asks.
He asks. لماذا means what?
Why?
Okay, why?
Why? Do you want me to do it like literally or
Just translate based on your understanding of the grammar.
Limada is
Oh, I get it. I know.
Okay. I got you.
what?
لماذا means why.
Why?
Keep going.
Yes, he asks.
Okay, why he asks
Yes, I don't answer.
means
The people.
why he asks the people. Does that make sense?
No.
So what's wrong? What?
Why are the people?
الناس
Is the object? Is the fact?
it's the fa'il. Good. The fa'il is not the huwa that you kept saying it is. So the fa'il is الناس. And what's the maf'ul bihi? Al-asnam. So how do we read the whole thing in Arabic?
يسأل الناس لماذا يسأل الناس الأصنام.
Which means what?
Why do the people ask that?
Why do the people ask the idols? Not why does he ask the people? Sophie? You understand how
I was just trying to go in order.
it doesn't work. Word by word, it doesn't work. You got to look at the whole thing. Because if you did it in order, then you'll have an extra word at the end. Safi? Al-asnam at the end would just be sitting around. You don't know what it's doing in the sentence. So you can't go word by word in Arabic. You have to see how many words are there. What am I in need of? I'm in need of a fa'il. I'm in need of a fa'il. I'm in need of a maf'ul. Do I have enough words to make up that gap, or do I have too many words? Maybe something's wrong. Cool? You understand it now? Alright, any questions? You guys feel like you did good practice today? Yes? Yes, that's correct. Yes. Maf'ul is no longer our terminology. It's no longer our terminology. So next class we do chapter number 3, and then we're going to actually be doing an individual exercise of you guys trying to do exercise chapter number 4 yourself. Inshallah. SubhanAllah, SubhanAllah,